My path is a little crazy, so I can kind of just explain it a little bit here. I have a bachelor's of science degree from Ball State in marketing with a minor in logistic and supply chain management. I graduated in May 2020 with that degree when everything was going on. So basically, I originally didn't think that I was ever going to go into engineering. I did PLTW in high school and absolutely loved it. My dad is an engineer as well for a company around here. I actually thought I was going to be in engineering, and then life worked out. I ended up being in marketing, and then realized when I was down the sales route, I don't know if I really want to continue this. So, like I said, I do commute. I go from Shelbyville, Kentucky to here, which is about a 40-minute drive. The reason I chose to go here over another school is, one, the smaller environment. Two, I always actually wanted to go to Purdue to start with. So this place allowed me to still get the Purdue degree that I wanted, and the degree that I wanted relatively cost effectively, and as well as not be a long drive for me. Plus they work around my school. Knowing that I work full time, it's kind of a great thing for me to have this be local. And then, it's kind of like a small family here at New Albany. I work for a company that does machine sales. They're one of the oldest machine sale vendors in the United States. They've repped many different brands. For me, this allows me to get industry knowledge while still being able to go to school. They gave me the flexibility to still go out and do a full-time job while still coming here and learning and getting my degree. For them, it's a huge point for me to have an engineering degree, and it does nothing but help the company for me to be here. So just a little bit about them. They do turnkey solutions. Essentially what that means is they can take a part and we can do a time study behind that. We can also look at it and see, hey, our machines would be perfect for this. We can make your process faster. We can save you guys money, which ultimately makes you guys more money on the end. So that's kind of, and honestly, the Purdue side helped me get that job. So with me having the connection to Purdue, my boss said he's never hired anybody that was a Purdue alumni that's ever been bad. So for him, it was a huge thing. Especially within this company or other companies, with me having my business degree and having a degree in engineering, it does nothing but makes me more attractive to other companies. It basically allows me to never have to want for a job, especially with having that Purdue side. That is huge to a lot of employers. Since I have a bachelor's of science degree in marketing and coming from that business side, I would say that, I did have to take calculus. So there was a lot of mathematics that we still had to do. I had to take statistics and a bunch of other things. It wasn't too hard of a transition. The main thing is those skills of studying still had, I still had edged them and forged them. So coming here wasn't that hard of a transition. It was just coming back to school and understanding, hey, I have to make time for my real life, I have to make time for school, and I have to make time for work as well. So it's balancing all three and basically making sure I have time for everything. Originally, I talked to Christy, our advisor, and I was like, hey, is this even possible? Professor Webster has been nothing but amazing and helping me basically with anything that I've needed. Anytime I have to go on a trip to somewhere or I have a conversation with a customer that cuts into class, he's always helped me basically, here's what I can do for you, here's how you can make it up. They've been very accommodating. Not all the students here are traditional. Me, for an example, another person I've talked to and gotten to know a lot, he is a little bit older. I'm 27, he's 43. He's came into this and realized this is what he wants to do. So we've connected quickly because we're kind of the older kids in the class. It was kind of an adjustment. I've got little brothers too. They actually go to the Fort Wayne campus, or one of them does, and he's a computer engineering technology. And for me, it's used to being with them and having those conversations, but it's always an adjustment, especially being in a professional manner and then coming back to this and realizing I can't expect always the professional stuff. So that's kind of been one of the biggest things for me, is I've had to learn how to be a leader and how to develop and make sure that my teams are performing just as they would if I was out in the real world. This campus has helped me become a better leader because I'm not always going to have people that are older than me, and I'm not always going to be able to, have those guys who are straight ready to have conversations and be out there and be effective. I think here at New Albany, it's helped me become a better leader and understanding how to get the best out of your team, as well as how to talk to the newer generations. I mean, obviously with me being a millennial, it's kind of like each generation has their own kind of conversations, and for us millennials, they always say that we want praise or things like that. So it's interesting to learn how to talk to the next generation, have conversations with them, and get them to produce effectively. As for support, yes, my wife has been nothing but supportive for this, and her family and my family. So I had originally been working for a company just doing sales. It was always technology sales, but I kind of got bored with it. The solution that I work with now is a lot more process intensive. You have to use your brain and understand things. This was kind of like bottom dollar things. When I had started the process, it was a year beforehand that I actually was talking to my parents. I'm like, I want to go back and get my ME. And I was looking at some other schools. They were pricey, and they required me to be there and nothing else. And I started talking to my employer at the time, and they were also like, you can't do both. So I kept getting told that I couldn't do both. And I don't like being told that I can't do something. So I basically was like, I looked around, and my dad's like, hey, have you ever looked into MET, Mechanical Engineering Technology? And I was like, well, yeah, I did. I'm not sure where to go. And he's like, well, do you know Purdue has something? I was like, well, that might be great. So I looked up, and lo and behold, Purdue had something here that I could do for mechanical engineering technology. I applied, I got in, and so then I had to have the conversation with my wife, my mother and father-in-law, my mom and dad. Hey, look, I'm going to quit my job and go back to school. And my wife was like super, she's like, yeah, we'll figure it out kind of thing. And I didn't necessarily have a plan yet. So that was kind of a hard conversation with my mother and father-in-law. My father-in-law actually has an MET degree from Purdue. My mother-in-law has a engineering degree in industrial engineering. So they were like, yeah, Purdue is a great school, we love it, but we just don't know if you have quite thought this all out yet. And I'm like, well, I don't think I have either, but I don't know if I want to continue doing what I'm doing. So at the end of the day, my wife was like, yeah, whatever we need to do, if I need to do a second job, or if we need to have you go work somewhere else, we can, because I know that this is something you've always wanted to do. So I had the conversation, and a couple weeks later, I'm looking for jobs, just applying for anything, and I get a message on Indeed with the company that I work with now. And they're like, yeah, we see that you have got Purdue, we are really interested in having a conversation with you. Go up to Indy. I have about basically 3 weeks of meetings with them. They take me out, we do the whole thing and have a conversation, and they're basically, yeah, we're ready to go, we want you. And we're like, we don't care if you're going to school too, that's better for us in the long run. You can have more of an intelligent conversation with your customers. We enjoy this, so we love you. He asked from me to have, basically to trust in them and to work with them and continue. It was like, basically that was the path they wanted us to do. So the conversation, yes, originally was hard with my mother and father-in-law, but once I got into this situation and I got the job and I'm here and I've made everything work out, it's not as hard of a conversation anymore. It's kind of just like, you do you, we know that you're gonna do what it takes to get it done. My advice to somebody who's in my shoes is don't be scared. Don't just continue to live your life. If this is something that you truly want, go and get it. For me, I sat around for the longest time. There was 3 or 4 years where I could have been in here and actually gotten it done and almost been graduated. The longer you wait, the harder it is. So just do it. It's pretty much my advice to people is don't be scared. This place has been nothing but great to me. And I would say if you're looking to get an MET or anything in engineering, this is the place to go. This place has been great with that. We've got some night classes for my calculus and physics classes. That alone just makes it easier for me to go, because I cover Western Kentucky for my job. So I'm down in Paducah or over by Murray State University and places like that. So For me, it's nice to have the flexibility. So as for costs, this place is super affordable. And since I'm good at my job, my bosses are now like, okay, we'll chip some money in. Yeah. And so it's made it a lot easier. They need engineers. They need people that have the degrees that we have. And places are out there, even with their internships, they'll pay for your school. It's possible to get in here, and I've talked to Christy too, because I was kind of freaking out in the beginning. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna, be able to afford this financially, especially since I don't know where I'm gonna work now. Right. She's like, our students early on are able to get internships because if they don't get us early on, they're not gonna get us at the end, because by the end we're graduated and we're already working for somebody. Right. Yeah, as a non-traditional student, it's definitely been interesting. They were telling me that I'm not the oldest and that I wasn't the first one kind of doing this situation. It's unique because I'm already kind of in the industry. I work with machines, stuff like the Hercos and things like that. I see in shops every day. Yeah. And I've got guys who, they never really went and got their engineering degrees, but they've turned wrenches on those all day long that are super smart. But I would say that a lot of those guys, if they had situations where they could do this, it'd be great for them.